Good afternoon from where I am. Good evening, good morning, depending on where you're located, in any part of the world where you are located, where you reside. Um, I'm starting this program at this time in the afternoon of my location. Once again, my name is Dr. Man. Dr. Man, I have explained in my previous videos, programs, why I took the name of Dr. Man. But just in case, if you have not seen any of my previous videos, this program or this channel, or this TV, which is still in the making, still in the early stage, is produced for men. Men out there. This is supposed to be a men's advocate program, a men's advocate. The reason why I chose to advocate for men, I've given those reasons in the past. One is that I'm a man. Another reason is that many men out there are having, tough times in their lives. They don't have enough sufficient access to maybe advocacies that will advocate for them, or therapies that will, provide some psychological therapies for them. That leads to some men, or I would say most men, who are not, who are not having it good in their lives, suffering in silence. So there is no much help for men out there. Once again, let me state that it's not that the program does not care about the women, or doesn't like women, or I don't like to help or support women. Yeah, this program will also support some category of women, especially women that are good women that treat their men right. Not the program is not for women that doesn't treat their men right. Women that give men more headache and more trouble than they would otherwise want to take. So the program is meant to be there as a therapy for men, most especially psychological. The aim is to provide knowledge, education, teachings, counseling, if you can say, if you can call it, not really professional counseling, but, some level of counseling, so that men can obtain some therapy that will be able to make them live good and normal life. In today's program, the topics of today, before I introduce the topic of today, some of you may be seeing my video for the first time. Let me reintroduce that this video is amateur. I am new in the social media page. I'm new in the social media arena. Again, even though my background and my training is technology, most of my work in technology has been at the back end, not at the front end. But again, with the advent of technology and growth of social media, this is just something on the side that I want to do to help men. Some men that will need help in terms of providing knowledge, information, and advice for them for things that they are going through in their lives. And one of the reasons is that I have been one of those men who have been through hell, in terms of relationship, in terms of marriage, in terms of finances, and other things in life, other things that men go through in life. So that is why I have been there, and I'm still there, but still, I can say I can use my personal life experience to provide some kind of therapy or some kind of help to those men out there that will need it. Not every man that will need my teachings and education and advices, Most men are good. Things are going well for them. Everything in life is okay with them. But some men, the reverse is the case. They're not living good life. They're not having it good in life. They're going through a lot of things, most especially marital and relationship and family. Okay, so that leads to me introducing my topics of the day. I have today's program. I'm introducing two topics. One of these topics is marital and relationship and family problems that men go through. There are many problems that men go through in life, but the most difficult ones, the highest level, most difficult problems they have in life is marital, relationship, and family problems. These problems are mostly the ones that break some men, break them down, so to the point that they can no longer function in their lives. And mostly, and in some cases, those men, probably due to some such difficulties, they fall sick, or they collapse, or they couldn't take it anymore. They go into some things, horrible things, such as taking the life of their partner or their other loved ones around them, and thereby also taking their own life, or rendering their own life useless as well. So it's a very big problem and challenge that I want to bring it up to the public arena, so that we can all discuss this and provide some insights to further give some therapy or some advice or some help to those men that we need it. That is, one of the biggest problems is marital issues, relationship issues, and family issues. Then the second one is financial problems, financial issues. After the relationship and marital issues or family issues, the second problem, from my own perspective, that most men have is financial issues. Be it in terms of not having jobs, not having good jobs, not having any business to do, or not their business they are doing not progressing, not successful, despite all their efforts and things like that, and also not having enough money to take care of their problems in life. So basically, like we say in economics, limited resources facing unlimited problems. Some men, or most men, go through such problems. So again, having introduced these two major topics, there are other topics in the area of what men go through in life, but I will take these two for today on the basis that I'm starting this program. This program is at the early stage of its development. I promise that as time goes on, there'll be a lot of improvements in terms of technical, in terms of environment, in terms of presentation. Please bear with me. Like I said, this is still an amateur video. I'm just starting this program for the first. In my early stages. My goal is to be able to develop this as a very good teaching that some men that goes through a lot in life can leverage upon and improve their life and improve their lifestyles and live a happy life or normal life, as the case may be, and not go into more problems, not to complicate or escalate their problems in life. Okay? Even though I am at the steering wheel driving this program, I will encourage, I beckon on all men out there in this world. It does not matter which part of the world you come from. It does not matter which color you are. It does not matter which religion. It does not matter your age. It does not matter your political affiliation or your sexual orientation. It doesn't matter. As long as you are a man, including young men, you are invited to come and participate in this program. Not just listening or watching the video, also you can participate as well. In addition, all good women out there, all good women out there, women who are capable or who does it on a daily basis, helping their men to live a normal life, help their men in one way or the other, maybe in their family, taking care of their family, making sure that the man, respects the man, treats the man good, so that the man will be in a good state of the mind to carry the responsibilities, his responsibilities as a man, moving the family forward, growing the children, helping the society, and doing so many things. All those women that are good women, that are considered good, you are equally invited, because you have some roles to play in this program and in this teaching as well. Some of you can participate to tell those women, that the ones that are bad, the ones that are wicked, the ones that are heartless, the ones that doesn't give a damn about the life of the man that they're living with, the ones that does horrible things, the ones that don't have human empathy or human feelings, the one that hurts every man they come across. You can also participate in teaching them that what they're doing is not the way to go, is not the right thing to do. Destroying your man does not bring any benefit to you. So you can also help some of them change and go from bad women to good women. Again, like I said, my teachings here is not to indict anybody, is not to condemn anybody. So some women that will say, "Oh, why are you only talking about men? What about women?" I have explained that multiple times in my video, that a lot of programs are out there to help women. A lot of programs are out there to provide therapy for the women, or women that are in such situation in life. I'm also not failing to understand that also there are some women that go through a lot too, maybe in terms of relationships, marital or otherwise, and also in terms of finances and family issues. But that is outside the scope of this program. This program is just dealing with men and the problems they go with, on the basis that women are already having a lot of help out there. So again, like I said, let me repeat it. Some people may know me by face, some people may not know me. That's why I go by the name Dr. Men. I deliberately do not want to use my real name. The purpose is not to deceive anybody, or not to show my identity. No, that's not the purpose. The purpose is to mask any relationship or any people that I've dealt with in the past, that me saying anything that I want to say, that will help some men, that may be be a problem to them, so that nobody will see me as bringing any issue or anything relating to anybody in the public domain. No, that's not the goal of this program. The goal of this program is to protect everybody involved. If you happen to know me by face, just make sure that I'm not here to indict anybody. I'm not here to make myself the good guy and make anybody else the bad guy. So just know that this is just a teaching program, which we teach generally what men go through in life, identify the problems, analyze the problems, and the profile solutions to the sufferings of men. And sometimes also some good women out there who may be participating also in the program. Having said that, I want to try to make sure that I do it in the best way that I'm capable of doing as a human. I will not fail to state, that during the process of doing this teaching and advising and therapy, I may have my own challenges as human. Anywhere you see, I err in my opinion or in my presentation or anything, feel free to criticize me. It's okay. Criticism is allowed, but please make sure it is constructed. It's constructive or objective. Constructive criticisms, objective criticisms are allowed, especially in my program. You can tell me, yes, you did this right, or you said this right. The other one, you didn't say it right, you didn't do it right. The way you look is not good. try to improve in how you look, try to improve on how you present your topics or your issues, try to improve on your technology that you're using. It's okay. Try to improve on your video quality. I understand. Feel free to criticize me objectively and constructively. Just don't come and start cursing me. You are a fool. You are this. You are that. Know it very well that I'm not here in this program to attack anybody, to indict anybody, or to fight with anybody, or to play. What do you guys call it in social media? Where people fight with each other in social media. I can't remember what you guys call it, but just to let you know that it's not my intention to come and fight with anybody. So if you feel bad about what I say or what I do, feel free to correct me. I will say it the right way. I will do it the right way. I will keep improving until I get it right, okay? So now, going into my major topic of the day, what are the biggest problems men have in their lives? Number one is marital relationship and family problems. Marital relationship and family problems. This topic is based on my own experience as a man. Okay, I even value marital, family, and relationship problems bigger than financial problems. The reason I say that is because any man, that have financial problems will always try to think about what to do about it. If it is job, keep looking for job until you find one. For business, keep looking for business to do, especially a good business that will be profitable to you and your family. If you already have one that you're doing that's not going well, you always think about, strategies to improve your business so that it will be profitable. So, this is the biggest problem, the biggest challenges man goes through: family, relationship, or family problems. Then followed by financial. So let me address the topics of the family problem. One is that some women give their men hard times. Some women give their men hard times. Most men, when they are in a marital relationship or friendly relationships, or in their family settings, they undergo a lot of things from some women. Not all women give their men hard times, but some women give their men hard times. I do hear it over the social media where some men always tell their women, "Why are you always nagging? Why are you always nagging? Everything I do, you nag. Everything I do, you detest. Everything I do, you complain. Why are you always complaining?" So that's a very big issue especially to those men that encounter those problems. Some women are naturally problematic to their men in the relationship. Naturally problematic. They will always find problem. Even where problem does not exist, they will always see problems there. And I see this as a result of people that are not compatible getting into a relationship. People who did not understudy each other very well before they get into a relationship. When they get into a relationship, they will be having a lot of disappointments. They will be having a lot of, frustration, a lot of things that are not going the way they thought it would go. So many things that will make, most especially the women, they start changing. The way they came into the relationship will no longer be the way they will be acting in the relationship. They will change. And some of those things that make them change is probably they get the impression that the guy is rich when they're coming in. Maybe the guy didn't do enough job to let them know that they're not rich, that they're just managing resources, Other ones could be that, the guy is living fake life. Maybe when the women come inside the marriage or the relationship, they will see that the life the guy was living when they met is fake, that he's not actually the real life. So other things could be, um, he's showing affluence, just to impress the woman. But when they marry, of course, the resources to live affluent life will no longer be there. It will turn into a manageable, a managing situation. The man will just be barely managing, trying to, you know, get some resources here and there to manage the family life. But it will turn to be a difficult one. So why did I bring these topics up? The reason I bring it up is, one, to make those men learn that you don't have to impress anybody. You don't have to impress a woman before you marry her. Just show the woman your real self. Whatever you have. It is obvious that most women in any part of the world, if you are not rich, they will run away from you. I mean, let me say most of them. There are some good ones that will not mind whether you're rich or you're not rich, whether you're poor, as long as they love you or they like you, they will go by that. They will not care about what you have, but who you are, what you have inside of you. How is your heart? How do you relate with people? How do you treat people? Some good women will go with that instead of being, you're rich. So most men that have this problem is maybe those that made mistakes, impressed the women. The women thought there is richness involved. Some of them will come to dig gold where the gold does not exist. They will think that there's gold. That when they dig gold, they can they can find gold, but probably they don't know that gold does not exist where they're going to dig. And eventually, when they didn't find gold, they get disappointed. They get frustrated. Then they start mistreating the man, start disrespecting him, start looking down upon him, and start acting so many other ways, including looking outwards, going beyond the man to get whatever kind of satisfaction they need. Financial satisfaction, need satisfaction, sexual satisfaction. They completely underlook upon the man that they married. They now, measure the man with other men out there, but they don't. She will not understand that you cannot measure two people. You can't compare apples and oranges. You cannot compare two people because they are different. In terms of all ramifications, they are different. So that is the teaching, the knowledge, the advice, the therapy, and the skills that I would like some of our men to understand, that you do not impress anybody. Just be your real self. Show the person you're trying to relate with, whether in marital or other types of relationship, that you can be your real self. If they don't accept you the way you are, it's okay. It's okay for them to move on. Move on to the next, whichever direction they want to go. And you too, if a woman is trying to impress you, if you don't see what you want in that woman, it's okay also for you to move on and leave her behind. Move on in a different direction so that you can probably find someone that will be compatible with. So that is one of the reasons that men have those problems. But when all these things are prevented, they're called preventative measures. So there are some of these things you can do to prevent some issues. But most of us, or some of us that are men, also get into these problems because even though we try to do preventative measures, we still could not get it right. We either made mistakes, or we were carried away by certain things. For example, most men, when they are young, mostly what they look at it in a woman is beauty. They look at how beautiful the woman is, and that is all that will cover their eyes. They will not look at inward relation. I'm talking about when men are still young. I'm not talking about when they are matured, because when men start getting matured, they start looking at other things, in a relationship, not just the beauty of a woman. And the, young women, the same thing. They look at certain things, mostly rich, money. They look for men who already made it, not knowing that if you go for ready-made, I mean, you yourself, you were not already made, and you were looking for somebody who is already made. I mean, you can go to somewhere you can contribute in making it, so that both of you can enjoy it. But if you go to someone who already made, so that you can just go to eat what is already cooked, then sometimes there's problem right there. Sometimes the man start feeling there's an issue, and problem will start coming. So that is one of the reasons that men are having a lot of problems, and these are the things that can be done to prevent such problems. Another thing that will come out of marital relationship and family issues is children not growing up in the right direction. Children not growing up in the right direction. Sometimes, no matter how the man tries to raise the children, there could be some other influences on the children. Sometimes the women, especially in the relationships, marital relationships that are not going well, the women influence the children differently from the way the man wants to orientate the children. So there become conflict there. Sometimes also the children decide on their own, maybe due to bad friends or bad relationship from other outsiders. They start misbehaving. Either maybe like young adult children, they start getting into alcoholic, drinking alcohol or taking drugs, hard drugs, or smoking other things. So those things also puts the man down. When a man is raising children that are not growing up upright, it puts the man down. It depresses the man. It brings down his, morale. It brings down a man's family morale. Man gets into depression or not being happy in the relationship. A lot of things will be going on. The man will not be agreeing with the woman on how they can raise the children. Especially the man may be trying to raise the children in the right direction. A woman that is not good will never agree with the man on how to raise the children. That provides a lot of challenges, a lot of issues, a lot of problems. And those problems does not give the man joy. It doesn't give him happiness. It doesn't give him, rather, it gives him misery. It gives him frustration. It gives him disappointment. And then the man start getting depression, and it could lead into so many things, including sickness, including losing his life, or, early in his life, in his age. So those things are issues that I will be trying to address in this program. I'm just touching the surface at this point, because this is at the beginning of my teachings and my program and my knowledge, skills, and abilities, dissemination. I'm trying to make sure that some men, especially those who need those information, who needs those teachings, who needs those skills to manage their lives, can obtain them and have the ability to apply them in their daily lives, so that they can live happy life, so that they can prevent some things that happen to some other men, including I myself here. They can take corrections and prevent some things from happening. So that is the purpose of this teaching. And that is the therapy I envisage that this teaching can provide to some of those men that otherwise will need it. Another issue is insufficient resources. There's nothing that depresses a man like insufficient resources in his life. Insufficient resources. This is not just finances. I will come to the finance topic later on after this one. But insufficient resources in the family could mean so many things. It could mean, maybe not enough food in the house, probably due to finances or due to some other reasons, or the partner not doing what she's supposed to be doing all the time. Some men go through all those problems where you want to maybe make love to the wife will say, "Oh, I'm not in the mood," or "I don't want it," or maybe because she have a boyfriend somewhere, she doesn't respect the man, she doesn't regard the man, and the reason for the marriage, will be defeated. The man will have insufficient resources from his wife. I do hear I do read or watch videos or hear a lot of it on the social media where the woman will always deny the man of making love and things like that. It also happened the other way, some men denying their women and things like that. But the women's side is outside the scope of this program. This program is within the scope to address the issues that men are having, not the issues that women have. There are so many women programs that can address women issues, and but again, I also understand that good women out there can also participate and provide opinions, advices, information, education, knowledge to those other women that would have helped treat their men well, so that the man can be happy. And also, that also will help the men themselves. The men will listen to some other women. Probably there are maybe certain things they are doing wrong in their own relationships as they relate to their women or their wives. They can also make amends so that they are, maybe they were not treating their women right. The women, can also, the men can also learn, and so that they can treat their women right, so that the women will in turn treat them right as well. So, like I said, I'm not particularly against anybody or against any, but all I'm saying is that I'm here too in this program, and I beckon all of you out there, good men and good women out there, to participate in helping to save the lives of men, especially young men that are not yet old, that losing their lives at an early in their early age, not necessarily teenage age, but early age, in their 50s and 60s and the early 70s, when people are supposed to continue to live their life, and they're losing their life at that time. Some of those life being lost is as a result of family issues, marital issues, relationship issues, children issues, and insufficient resources in the family. Okay. The next one I want to address is some wives or women look elsewhere to satisfy their needs and their wants. Okay. So what does that mean actually? Some men get into bad relationships, be it marital, friends, partnerships. They get into bad relationships where it does not matter what they do to their wives or to their women. It does not matter how good he treats them. They will still do things, horrible things. They will still see that man as not enough for them, insufficient for them. They will still be looking outside, maybe, following the men that have more money than their husband, or following the men that are more handsome than their husband, or following the men that are more taller than their husband, or following the men that are more socially acceptable than their husbands, So all these things. So their husbands will no longer be sufficient enough for them. They'll be looking elsewhere to get their satisfaction, be it financial needs, financial satisfaction, sexual satisfaction, social satisfaction, so many other things. So those things weighs the men down so much, because in some cases, especially in some cases where the marriage is abroad, is not in the homeland of the two people involved, the men mostly handicapped. The men are mostly handicapped. They can't do much. They can't even take disciplinary actions. They can't do anything. Their hands are just tied, just like, people can be said, my hands are tied, The men's hands will be tied. They can't do anything. Say, for example, abroad, people living abroad, not in their homeland, you can't ask the woman to leave the house if she's behaving, including if she's committing adultery, if she's following another man, other men, you cannot even ask them to leave your house. You can't put such disciplinary measures on them so that they can learn their lesson, because the society and the laws in the country where they live does not permit for such. So for bad women out there, it kind of emboldens them. It gives them the leverage. It gives them the support. It gives them the brevity to continue to suppress their husband or their partner, or they have they get bold in what they are doing. The man cannot discipline them. Anything the man tells them, they will tell the man that you can't tell me what to do. I have equal right with you. I can do whatever I want to do. So in this case, in this type of cases, the man's hands are tied. He's handicapped. He can't do anything. He cannot take any disciplinary measures. But there are some countries it will be, or some locations it will be. If your wife misbehave or does something as horrible as infidelity or waywardness, you can put a severe disciplinary measure on the woman, including sending her out of your house, including so many things, putting up some disciplinary measures, including telling her to leave, that you reject her, you can't marry her anymore. But in some locations, especially in the Western world, it's harder for men to do that than anything. So some of those women are well emboldened to do that. What does it do to the life of a man? The lifespan of a man is shortened by such behavior, because the man will be agonizing, going through a lot of things, being miserable, going towards depression or being depressed, being unhappy, so many things will be going into the life of man. Sometimes it also affects the man's brain. The man cannot think right. He cannot be in the right state of mind to figure out what to do, to improve in his life, or to improve in his business, or to improve in his job, or to improve in his life in general. Those things weigh the man down psychologically and physically. So these are the kind of things that makes a man, become miserable in terms of relationship, family, marital, and it is not good for men out there. So what are the solutions? The solutions, based on my own understanding, my own experience, will be, the man should use, there's no particular formula, there's no particular solution, but the man should do things, seek advice, seek opinions from families, friends, and even the wife that is doing that, to try as much as possible to bring resolution to those issues. Sit her down, talk to her. If there's anything you have done wrong to her, you apologize to her, treat her right, to see if things can change so that you live a happy life. Because when one person is not happy, the other is not happy, If the man is not happy, the woman is not going to be happy too. If the woman is not happy, the man is not going to be happy. So that is the reason why, all these things should be prevented. If they start happening, there should be some kind of conflict resolution strategies. There should be some kind of, people that are, maybe people that are very close that will be involved in mediation. After the mediation between the two people involved have failed to its ramifications, let there be probably other people that can impress on all the parties involved, for mediation. But at the point whereby all mediation efforts have failed, then my own candid opinion will be, if everything can no longer be tolerated, then the two people can decide to move on with their lives in the different directions. Yes, it's okay. It's okay for people to move on in different directions without harming anybody, without harming each other. There should be no harms, Nobody should hurt each other. Two of you should just agree. If you feel that your differences are no longer irreconcilable, both of you have tried all your possible efforts for reconciliation or mediation, and it has failed. And, then instead of two enemies living in the same house, it's better for people to go their different ways, to forge their different directions, so that everybody's life can be preserved. Everybody's happiness can equally be salvaged through other means or other places from elsewhere. For example, if that marriage didn't work out, if it's a marriage, the man can, marry another woman. The woman can get married to another man. People can stay on their own without getting married, and they will live a happier life. That's it. The reason for this solution, this level of solution, is so that no life is lost, so that people don't excavate or people don't escalate things to highest level, so that it will lead to one person taking the other person's life, or hurting the other person, or harming the other person in one way or the other. So that is the reason why I'm providing this kind of solution. Demands, you should try and do, look into all these things, take them as a therapy, take them as a face value solutions, advices, opinions, knowledge, teachings, skills, and abilities, so that you can be able to live a better life and live longer. Because once all this situation, degenerate into very bad, so bad, we have seen situations, out there on the social media and some other places where one person will get so angry and so aggravated and take the life of the other person. It's not worth it. Anybody taking the life of anybody, it's not worth it in any relationship. Both of you came into this life on your own. You didn't come into life with anybody. God created you on your own separately. You came into life on your own. When God created you, your mother brought you out, your parents brought you out by yourself. If you're a man, there's no woman that came out with you. So you are not bound to be with one woman that doesn't want you to be with her for the rest of your life. If situation does not work out, just move on. Move on with your life. Let that woman move on also with her life. Some women do horrible things because they are bad people. Once the situation are irreconcilable, once the man decides to move on with his life, they will get so angry. Their next move is to try to see how they can plan to take the life of the man, or how they can hurt him so bad, how they can harm him so bad. Their anger will be that he left them. Why did you leave me? Why did you leave the marriage? But it's the same person that contributed to the reason why the man left her in the marriage, or the man decided to move the other way. And then you turn the anger to the man. Some women, those bad women, they don't understand that when situation comes to that level, take it easy, move on with your life. Marriage is not a do or die affair. Someone like me who have been in such situation in life, I have been in courts in the Western world. I have seen how, the Western couples do their dissolution of marriage. Very easy, very simple, without no animosity, no anger. Both of them can even come in front of the judge and say, Your Honor, we have agreed to do this, we have agreed to do that, with no lawyers. They just make an agreement and reach agreement on themselves, especially when it pertains to the children, how to take care of the children, how to make sure that the children's problems are minimized because of the dissolution of the marriage. They will work out the things. Nobody is angry. Nobody's carrying animosity. Nobody's trying to slide the other person below the belt. Nobody's trying to play dirty. But mostly, where I find horrible situations mostly in terms of African couples, women, some bad ones, not good ones, bad ones. They're always so angry whenever the man decides to leave them. They're always so angered. They will go to an extent of even hiring bad people to go and hurt the man or take his life away. They go to the extreme. And yet they are the one who contributed to the reason why the man left them. Because when the man approached them to marry them, the man loved them. You see, the man did not hate them. No man will go and marry somebody that he hates. No, the man have so much love for a woman before he left all other women that he interacted with or that he saw and went and chose one woman and married her. Then in the process of the marriage, the woman will start misbehaving, especially abroad. Women that come from Africa to foreign lands, they will start misbehaving to the point that when they go to foreign land, they think that the laws and the societal norms in the foreign land gives them upper hand to maltreat the man. They'll be maltreating the man in the house, torturing the man. The man will be miserable. The man cannot do anything. So, after a while, some of them go into depression. Some of them lose their lives because of that depression. Some of them go into the extent of being pushed to the wall. They do something that they are not supposed to do. They take the laws into their hands because the laws of those lands fail to protect them, fail to give them justice. They take the laws into their hands and they take justice by themselves, which is not worth it. Eventually, when you take the life of that woman, your own life is also gone. Is it worth it? All your efforts in life, from when you were born to when you grew up to go and marry that woman, you waste all of them for nothing, for just because of anger. You see, that's why I want all men all over the world to please come to this program. Come to my program. I will be doing a lot of these teachings to tell you that it is not worth it ruining your own life for one useless woman somewhere. Okay? It is not worth it ruining your own life. Because when you take laws into your hand, when you take the life of that woman, you have indirectly taken your own life too. Because eventually you will get arrested. It's either you're condemned or you're put in life prison. Your life will be lost. The same children you are fighting with the woman will no longer see their mother, will no longer see their father. Are those children not the grass that suffers when two elephants fight? That's what an adage says, that when two elephants fight, the grass is the one that suffers it. The same children will not see their mother, will not see their father. That's why it's not worth it. For some of those bad women out there that tries to take the children away from the man, although the children issue will be a one-day topic, one video topic that I'm going to make one day. But, I'm just touching on the surface now. I'm not discussing that topic now. But for you, those bad women out there, just know that you're not taking that woman, those children away from the man. You're not hurting the man. You are actually hurting your children. You are harming your own children. Because in some instances, children whose father is alive, you take them away from the father, you brainwash them, you poison their minds to hate their father, you do all kind of things to make sure those children doesn't go to their father, including putting a ban for them to communicate with their father. You are hurting your own children. I want those bad women out there to know that. Those good women out there who doesn't do such horrible things, don't feel bad when I say this, because I know you are good. You will never do such a thing, regardless of the situation. But those bad ones that are wicked and heartless, that will go to the extent of destroying their own children, just know that eventually those things, what goes around comes around. Those things will come back and bite you. Whatever teaching, whatever training, whatever, what is it called? Poisoning of minds of your children, whatever way you teach them bad to go against their father, eventually, at the long run, will come back and haunt you. That's one thing you should know. It's certain. Research has been carried out on that, and the result have come back that whenever those children goes out of your influence, they will ask you a lot of questions that the woman cannot answer, and then the children will go against the woman. That is according to a research that has been carried out in terms of relationship. But this is a different topic for another day. But I just wanted to make sure that as a woman, you can help reduce the suffering of men out there in this world. And all you men out there, all of us, including myself, please play it down. Calm down. If you're going through a lot, seek help from programs like this where you can get some level of therapy, seek help from seek medical help if it is gone into your psychological way of life, if it is affecting your psychology, if you're getting depressed or moving towards depression, seek help from your doctor. You get good medical advice and medical treatment and medical attention. But for education and knowledge and even some skills how to manage such situation, come to programs like this. Okay, like I said, this program for now is still at its early stage. It is still video. You're gonna watch the video. Just make sure you share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Okay, subscribe to my channel. Like the video. Share the video. Comment. Show your comments, good or bad, criticisms or likeness of the program. Make your comments. I will always appreciate if you do all these things. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment on the video, whether you like it or not. You like what I'm saying, you like the program, or you have some contrary opinions and contrary views. Don't fail to bring it. The only thing I plead with you is don't curse. My channel is not where people come and curse or people come and do saga. That was what I wanted the slang I wanted to say at the initial part of the video, where people come and fight each other on social media. Saga, that's what they mostly call it on the social media. This program is not to do saga with anybody. No interest in fighting with anybody, quarreling with anybody, or cursing anybody, or calling anybody names. No, that's not what this is all for. This is just to provide education, teachings, counseling, and advice. And also, let me let you know that actually I'm not a certified counselor, but I'm also qualified to counsel on any topic. I have a philosophical degree, doctorate degree, so that's why I call myself Dr. Man. So I have the qualification to research on any topic, develop it, and analyze on it, and produce results, provide solutions. So in my own little way, in the social media arena, that's the way I'm doing it. I bring up a topic, research on it, analyze it, provide solutions, mostly in this program for those men out there that are suffering in silence. Okay? Let me touch on the last topic of the day before I end the program, because I want to maintain my timing for the program. The financial problems. Another issue that most men have. I would say most men, because the percentage of men that are rich that doesn't have financial problems are very small. Most men have some financial problems. Regardless of how much money they have, you still have problems, because I'm sure you still have more problems than resources. Your resources are probably limited, and your problems or needs are unlimited, or wants are unlimited. So when you come to financial problems of men, that one is a general issue, general topic, general problem for all the men out there in this world. So one of those problems is there's no business or no job. Some men do not have business, they do not have job. Maybe you are looking for a job or you're looking for business to do. Most men engage in such type of, have such problems. Okay? If you have not found a job, if you have not found a business to do, just calm down, take it easy. You are not alone. There are many people out there in your situation. So don't go and harm yourself, and don't go and get depressed because you don't have a job or you don't have business. Just work hard. So sometimes when you go home, sometimes when you wake up in the middle of the night, okay, just think. That's when you can, when everywhere is quiet, when atmosphere is quiet, when you are not interacting with anybody, when you are not engaging in any activities, think deeply. Hey, what kind of business will I want to do? How much money does it need? Can I find one that if you don't have money to start business, can I find any business that doesn't require a lot of money or doesn't require money at all? You think about all these things. If it is job, what kind of job can I do? If I can't find the job, my dream job, can I find something else to be doing before I can find my dream job? Think about all these things. After you think of them, sometimes, stay idle and think about all this, especially in the middle of the night when you're sleeping. Just think about it. After thinking about it, reach a conclusion, and then go back to your sleep. You will see, plan how you can implement whatever you have concluded. You will see with time, God will bless you, and you will start your business or you get a job. And if you're already in business, just like one of the points I'm trying to make here, those who already have business but there's no progress, their business is not making any progress. Think about what else to do. Think about what to do. I was advising one of my sisters some time ago. I said, if you're doing a business that is not moving well, you cannot stay there. Think about what else you can do. Think about any other business you can do that is going well. It doesn't even matter if many people are already doing that same business, but it's moving. As long as people have the demand for those items, products or services, you can go into it and get your own chunk of the market. You doesn't necessarily have to do something that other people are not doing so that you can do it. But when you are there, it is not moving. Your products or services are not in demand. Think about products and services that are in demand. That will help you in that area, especially those men out there that have families. You cannot provide for your family. Your children cannot go to school, especially in Africa where if you don't pay your children's school fees, they will not go to school. It's not like in the modern world, in the civilized society, in the Western world, where any child born can go to school, regardless of whether your parents have money or not. If your parents are low income, there are a lot of help, educational help there, financial aid, scholarships, and student loans that can help children go to school. That no children cannot go to school because their parents cannot afford to pay. But in Africa and other third world countries and underdeveloped countries, the parents have to pay everything before the children can go to school. So take it, calm down, look for a business to do, look for a job to do, do all your necessary things, give it time. God will provide for you. You will get what you're looking for, either job or business, and you can be able to pay for your children to go to school, if that, and solve your other family problems. Okay? Don't depress yourself. Don't go into sadness. Don't feel that you're alone. There are so many people out there that are in your situation. So, and lastly, in the financial side, lack of finances to solve numerous problems. So most men go into depression, they go into unhappiness, because they have insufficient finances to solve their myriads of problems. They have myriads of problems and they have limited resources. Just like what we learned in the elementary economics. You have limited resources, but you're facing unlimited problems, unlimited challenges, So you can imagine how you have limited resources, but you have unlimited problems. How are you going to solve them? The best way to do that, prioritize your problems. Put them in accordance hierarchy. The highest problems that are most, has the highest priority, put them first. Then the least problems that have a lower priority, put them last. Okay? Do what is called ordinary common sense risk assessment. Okay? When you list all your problems, list all your resources, conduct an elementary risk assessment. If I do this one first, what will be the benefit to me? If I do it last, what will I lose? Do some risk assessment, elementary, and then use it to prioritize your resources and your problems and how you can solve them. So once you are able to do that, put up a good priority. That's what most people do. So you the man out there, instead of getting depressed, you don't have enough resources to solve all your problems, just do this. Take this solution. put your problems in according to priority, the ones that are most important. For example, if you come to family, if somebody is sick, the medical attention has highest priority because that person have to be alive to do anything else. If your children are sick, taking them to the hospital to take care of them, is more important than going to school because they have to be alive to go to school. Then food is another high priority. They have to eat food in order to be able to go to school. So providing food on the table is also have a high priority. Then housing, roof over their head is also a high priority. They have to have a roof over their head in order to go to school or in order to do something else or in order to do something else, So just prioritize your problems according to your resources. That way, once you do that, some people do think that if they don't have enough resources to solve all their problems, that they are doomed. They are left behind in this world. No, you are not alone. You are not left behind. Most people have this same problem. But how they survive it is through prioritization. If you prioritize your resources and your problems, then you can solve them according to your resources. Once you are doing that, you will see that the ones that will be solved later will come later in your list. The ones that has to be solved at the early stage have to come early in your list of priorities. So you men out there, including those good women, because whenever I talk about women, I will use the word good women. I'm not excluding women in my program, but I like the good women to work, participate in my program. The ones that are bad women, until when they repent and be good women, they can equally participate. But they can listen, they can watch and learn from the good women that are participating. Like I said, this program is intended to be a live program as time goes on. But right now, for the meantime, it's still a video program for now. Okay? And I will leave it to be a video program for now until when I start getting enough comments, people, getting enough followers, enough participants, enough fans that we can make a live program. I will devote time. I will create time so that we can be doing a live program. I will create resources, develop my resources so that we will have calling all those men out there that are suffering in silence. They can call into the program, air their views, share their opinions, share their problems. They can equally get help, solutions from other people, other participants in the program. You never know. You may be having a financial problem. Somebody may call in and share information on what you can do, even if you don't have money, the type of business you can do, that doesn't actually require capital to start. Something you can do, maybe a service or product, you can just sell it without having money or requiring so much money, and how you can go about doing that. I know there's a lot of programs out there on the internet, but people don't get all the information. Information is too much that you may not get some that you need, that are tailored towards your own usage or towards your own solving your own problems. But this program is meant to do that. Please, in conclusion, help me subscribe to my channel, okay? If you are a man out there, like I said, it doesn't matter whether you're a young man, in your early teenage age, the only thing is that participation is limited to age of 18. You have to be 18 years old to participate. But you can watch the video, even if you're under 18. You can just watch the video and learn something from it as you are growing a young man. If you're 17, 16, 15, you can learn one or two things from watching the video. There's nothing said or done in this program that is PG, that is rated parental guidance, because no explicit usage of words, nothing, immoral. This program, I will make sure that this program holds itself to the highest level of morality, to the highest level of truthfulness and honest. If you're giving your opinions, make sure your opinions are very honest and truthful, honest intended program. There's no fake life here. There's no lying and deceiving in my program. There's no, there's no bad things, Just make sure you are upright before you can participate in my program. Comment, subscribe, like it, comment, share to others so that many men out there will be saved. Also, remember, when many men are saved, many women will also be saved. Because there are a lot of men out there that when they are pushed to the wall, they can no longer hold their anger. They will take the lives of their women. This program is to teach them not to do that. It is not necessary. It is not worth it. Taking the life of anybody is not good because you did not create that life, so you have no right to take that life. It doesn't matter what people do to you, just move on. Just, if it is the one you can fight legally, fight it legally. If it's the one you can fight any other way, fight it any other way, but don't take anybody's life, okay? It's not worth it. It's not good. It's immoral. It's a crime against any law in the world. It's not worth it even for your own life so that you can live a better life. So I wish you all men out there good luck in your lives. All the good women out there too, I wish you good luck. Continue to be the good woman that you are. Thank you from me, from here, Dr. Man. Hope to see you in my next video, my next program. Thank you. Bye.